I mean, they're doing good stuff. It's
Good.
yeah, and it's reasonable too, which is a great thing.
Good. Steve, you with us?
I am. I was just intrigued listening to Ron.
Yeah, I am too. Can't believe I'm talking about this shit.
Does this $1,000 software make you sound better than that $50 mic add-on that you put on us last year with the echo chamber?
Yeah, that was cool. I got to get that back.
No.
But anyway, yeah.
All right. Well, are we ready to open here?
Sure, why not?
All right. Here are the tunes. You'll have a great show.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Come with us on a journey into the unknown, the unexplained, and the unbelievable. We will test your senses and challenge your beliefs. A world where science and religion clash. Or do they? You will meet real people and hear real stories, but you will not believe. You will witness strange sights and hear strange sounds, but you will not believe. This is the New England Ghost Project. Welcome to the nightmare.
Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Ghost Chronicles International, right here on TogiNet Radio. I am Ron Kolick, your host, gatekeeping around with the unknown, the unexplained, and the unbelievable. New England's own Van Helsing. With me, my co-host, the gold standard in ghost hunting, the god of infrasound, Mr. Steve Parson.
Good evening.
So,
when we do the intro,
yeah,
it says, and you will not believe.
I know you always bring this up. You'd realize that
you've never answered me.
What about it?
Well, what's the point of doing anything if they're not going to believe it?
Because I can. I don't know. That was written 23 years ago. How the hell do I? It says New England Ghost Project too. If you listen to it, it doesn't say Ghost Chronicles.
True.
This is New England Ghost Project. Well, yeah. Well, it is what it is. That was a long time ago.
It was what it was.
Long ago and far away. Now I can't get rid of it because it's tradition.
Oh.
Speaking about tradition, hey, there's a cool job opening up there in the UK. I might just go over.
Oh. And which job would you like to apply for?
The Tower, Elizabeth Tower.
Oh, you can do that one. A lot of steps, though. There's no elevator.
Yeah, they have a job opening for the guy who takes care of Big Ben.
Yeah. All you got to do, you have to go up 300 and whatever it is steps 4 times a day to wind it.
And not only that, they have to wind all the clocks in Parliament, which is several. I can't remember the number, but it was quite a few.
There's a lot.
Yeah, a lot. They have to wind them.
Yeah.
They have these things called batteries and electricity now that run stuff.
That wouldn't be historically interesting, though, would it?
Well, just like my opening. See?
well, now you put it like that.
It's tradition. So I know we're going to talk about ghost vehicles and ships and whatever. Who knows? Who knows what we talk about? I don't know half the time. But I sent you that thing because I came across it that UK was a hotbed of flying dinosaurs.
That was a new one on me.
I mean, it's Wales. That's your country up there.
Still a new one on me. I mean, Wales is the land of the dragon, which is a flying dinosaur. But to the best of my knowledge, I don't think any real ones have been reported.
Yeah, there's quite a few reports or something.
I mean, on the Welsh flag is a winged dragon.
Isn't there one in English too, or is that not?
No.
Isn't the English the white dragon?
No. Well, I mean, no, it's not on the flag. But historically, it was one of the emblems: the white dragon and the red dragon. Yeah.
And in Scotland, must be the blue dragon.
It's colder up there.
Yeah, probably. But anyways, I mean that's I just happened to come across it, and yeah, I forget.
Well, you're going to share it because I've never heard of it,
Oh shit! Did I say
and
that?
I live in the land of the red dragon.
I sent you the stupid.
It didn't open.
Oh yeah, how come? How come if I send stuff to the UK, you guys can't open it?
Because we're much more sensible.
Much more sensible, really.
Actually, I think it's something to do with the I think there was some sort of ongoing dispute between the European Union and of which we're not a member, but we still have to
live by it.
well, not live by it, but we still have to anyway. And the US over what files and documents can be viewed and shared.
Oh shoot! This is a video. Crap. Yeah, living. Oh, here's a little bit of let's see what I can do to write up on it. Of all the cryptoid reports on the British island, supposedly living petrosaurus may be the most ridiculous, promoted by creationists. I don't know about that one. As evidence for their religion world view. Reports. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Okay. So it's coming through now. Yeah. They say that there's quite a few reports. I got a little map with loaded with pictures of the flying creatures all over the UK.
All right. Well, that's nice for them.
And okay,
there are, of course, lots of flying creatures all around the UK. None of which are
flying dragons.
Not to my knowledge.
Or pterosaurus. I thought terra meant land.
Well, that's like no. I think of pterodactyl. That would be pterosaur. Be a P at the beginning.
That says terror in this one for some stupid thing.
These.
That should tell you how good this report is. In 20th century, there was supposed to be a colony of winged serpents lurking around the woods at Penlyn Castle in Glamorgan, Wales.
I know the castle.
The creatures were known to fly in flocks. And they actually have a woman who's sorry, her name is Mary Travelin, and she witnessed the flying dragons at Penlyn Glamore.
Yeah. Does it say what she was doing immediately beforehand?
Probably drinking or something. I don't know.
Actually, there was a pterodactyl.
Yeah.
Report. Was it Colorado or Texas? A few years ago, somebody claimed to have got a photograph of a flying dinosaur in the USA.
Mm-hmm.
And it did look like a pterodactyl. I think the internet came down on the side of it being a kite.
Could be kite. I mean, there's so many.
You can certainly buy kites that are shaped like pterodactyl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they. I mean, we have some large
pterodactyls that are shaped like kites, I guess.
Yeah, there you go. We have some creatures. I mean, that got some pretty damn big wingspans. You know, like the condor.
Yeah.
The condor is huge.
I mean, there's the condor, the Andean condor.
Yeah.
There is. I mean, I was actually quite surprised by your. When was it the second year I was at VZ, and I finally got to see a bald eagle, the American national bird, and it was a big
something
bird.
coming through right here. Hang on, after interrupted. This is something that's been killing foxes and terrors of farmlands. Oh, including many modern day accounts collected by evangelist Jonathan. He brings several reports to the UK. In 1996, a man was at a campout in the Lake District of England. I don't know where that is. When he saw the outline on a frosted moon. Wow.
I don't know. I'll have a look at it. I'll have a delve into it and see if.
I'm curious at this.
It's not something that pops up on the radar very often.
No, I had never heard of it. It's like,
but then people say that we've got a population of Bigfoot over here, which is just ridiculous.
Wait a minute! I thought you were a believer in Bigfoot.
I am. Well, not a believer, but I'm inclined to believe in the idea of.
Where's Shropshire?
Shropshire, about 50 miles from here. On
In
the English,
2017, we have a count.
Welsh border.
Church, the oldest town. Yeah,
Kirk.
yeah, yeah. Boy, they're all over your neck
I,
of woods.
I know Chirk well.
You better look up once in a while, Steve.
I may, well, I shouldn't.
You're missing out on this. He's probably got UFOs flying overhead and flying dragons, and damn,
Yeah.
crazy stuff, though, huh?
Thank God for the internet.
Oh, I do want to give you an update on something else we were talking about, which was AI. And we talked about last week about how the AI hacked into.
Oh yeah.
Well, there is a open letter to Congress by 1,000 of the top scientists and several AI companies telling them to put the brakes on AI, and that they're very, very worried that we will not be able to control it.
It's the basis of the Terminator movies,
I
wasn't
know it, huh?
it? And didn't the Terminator movie also use little drones?
Ooh.
You see, truth can be stranger than fiction.
Yeah, what's it? Is it reality? No, what's that word? Mirrors? Some word is like something reality mirrors fiction or fiction reality. I don't know, whatever.
Well, I don't know. George Orwell's 1984 book is seen by our government, at least, as an instruction manual.
Really?
Seems to be.
Now, you have to like the most cameras in the world, right? Like,
oh yeah,
all over the place,
everywhere.
Yeah. So you're being monitored all the time.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but they don't have them like out in Wales, though, right? That's like.
Yes, we do.
You do?
Yeah.
All the way out there?
All the way out here.
Hmm.
Rural country roads. We have them in the towns, in the buildings in the towns. They're all for the prevention of crime, you understand. But interestingly, whenever there's an incident, police are always going, "Can you please send us your dash cams and your Ring doorbell footage?"
Yeah, I know. Isn't that weird?
Like,
we get the same thing here.
well, you've got that much CCTV, but apparently it's never switched on.
Yeah.
Or at least it isn't.
Yeah, most of them are fake anyways. They're just fake cameras at houses that, had a blinking red light on it. It's like, okay. They can buy them.
They were all the vogue. You used to be able to buy them from Tandy stores for about £5. It looked like a camera, but
a few quid and then you got one.
Yeah.
In fact, I have one actually somewhere. What the heck? Yeah. So do you have speed cameras out there?
Oh yeah. With a 20-mile-an-hour speed limit, you kidding me?
That's a no?
No, that's a very much a big yes.
Did they ticket you from those?
Oh yeah. In fact,
Really?
only this week, my 92-year-old father,
oh God bless him,
was driving on a quiet road, and then he received a letter through the post informing him he was to receive points on his license and a fine. I hope you're sitting down for this, for doing 26 miles an hour in a 20-mile-an-hour zone.
6 miles over the.
That 26 being done for speeding at 26 miles an hour. I mean, it's kind of like
that's sad.
I'd have it as a badge.
We usually have like a 10-mile-an-hour cushion.
There isn't an official one. There's an
there is official, but
there's an unofficial 10% plus 2 miles an hour.
Oh, is that how it works?
That's kind of the unofficial one.
Huh.
It allows for deviations in the speedo, but of course the speedometer in the car is also set about 7 or 8% below to read low.
Oh no!
High, sorry. Car speedometers read high.
Oh, God.
So when and we've tested this with GPS speedos. So if you're doing, say, 40 miles an hour indicated on your speedometer, the car is doing about 37 miles an hour.
Yeah, you can.
The manufacturers do that deliberately. So
you can fight that in court, though.
Yeah, but the manufacturers do it deliberately so that you don't accidentally speed.
Oh.
And then prosecute them.
Got it. Yeah, that's so sad. I mean, unless of course you live in Texas, and Texas has no speed limit. You just go as fast as you want in Texas.
Well, that's good
Yeah.
because this time, I mean, most of the local residents know where the 20-mile-an-hour speed limits near schools and in, housing areas. So they tend to abide by them. But there are, because Wales is unique in that it has a blanket non-highway 20-mile-an-hour speed limit. So all roads, if they're lit by street lighting, they are 20 miles an hour.
Oh, that's sad.
But it's unique to Wales, and they ignored anyway. So the locals know, including the police, that basically you ignore it in certain areas,
Right.
and everybody turns a blind eye, and we all sort of get on with it. But we're in tourist season here at the moment. So the tourists who don't live here don't necessarily, they've read are the headlines that say Wales is blah blah blah, 20 mile an hour blanket speed limit, blah blah blah. And I had to go in to drop my eldest into work this morning, and
He's working?
he has a part-time job.
God bless it. That's wow, they're getting big.
He's had a part-time job for 2 years.
Wow. Damn.
And anyway,
yeah, sorry about that.
yeah. So it's a 5-mile trip
Mhm.
each way. 5 miles there to town, 5 miles back, because we live in the countryside. And we followed a holidaymaker doing 15 miles an hour all the way. It was a long journey.
I would imagine. I hate that too. It's one thing, especially in America, if you don't do the speed limit, they like get right on your ass, and they let you know it because the speed limit's 45. They expect you to do 45 to the at least.
We have a couple of drivers like that, but in the main, we kind of put up with it because we're in a holiday area, and 6 weeks every year they all come down here and get in the way and don't know which lane to be in at the roundabouts, and don't know which lane to be in at the junctions, and don't know where they're going, and
yeah,
it's chaos, absolute madness.
It's like everywhere else.
So at least they're happy. Anyway, you said we were doing subs.
Yes, subs, boats. I don't care what we had.
Well, I'll start then.
I appreciate it.
Apparently, the most famous Subway restaurant is in Dodgeville, Wisconsin.
What? Subway restaurant? Who said Subway restaurant?
Well, you said subs. Anyway,
you don't even know what a sub is. That's an American thing.
There's a Subway in the town here. Anyway, this haunted Subway in Wisconsin is known for its reports of a ghostly former shop owner, objects flying off the shelf, and self-cutting sandwiches. Whoa! That's fast food for you. The backstory is the building was previously a Harley-Davidson shop owned by Mr. and Mrs. Forbes, who tragically died in a head-on car crash with speeding teenagers. Well, that can't happen in Wales. On Friday, the 13th of April, 1984. Employees and visitors reported seeing the apparition of a 50-year-old woman glaring near the cash register. Unexplained door beepers going off, falling stacks of cups, and items crashing off shelves in the basement. The best one though is the self-cutting sandwiches.
I like that.
I like that too.
I bet she does a good job too.
I went into our local Subway the other day and I said, "Can I have a crocodile sandwich and make it snappy?"
Oh, moving on. All right, I'll give you that one.
So should I continue with the Subway theme? Because London Underground Bank Tube Station, part of the subway system.
Is a sub in the subway?
No, it's the sub. It's the subway. So anyway, the bank station is said to be haunted by the Black Nun. While Farringdon Station resonates with the echoes and echoing screams of a 13-year-old girl murdered in the 1800s.
And
It's not just confined to the London Underground either.
no,
Just up the road from you in Toronto.
that's a big jump.
It's just up the road. The disused Lower Bay subway station is frequently reported to be visited by a spectral lady in red.
Wow.
Or we could go with the legend of U-boat UB-65.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I was
A
looking at.
cursed German submarine
That's the one I was looking at. Yep. Go ahead.
was plagued by bizarre accidents, toxic gas leaks, and mechanical failures that killed crew members even before its first patrol. Sailors reported seeing the ghost of an engineer who had been crushed to death in the engines while standing watch on deck or refusing to move out of the way in the U-boat control tower. UB-65 surrendered or sank under mysterious conditions. In 2004, an archaeological inspection of the wreck found no combat damage that would explain its loss, but the aft hatches were suspiciously open. But actually, I have a piece of a German U-boat from World War One that was wrecked off the British coast.
Oh, that's cool.
But what intrigued me more was not the because you don't really think of America as a land of sentiment, traditional sentiment. It's pretty. It's a British thing.
Okay.
But apparently, the United States, there is a tradition in the United States Navy that dictates that submarines lost at sea are never officially removed from the active duty roster. And a symbolic Christmas radio broadcast is sent out to every one of them every Christmas.
Yeah.
I know.
True?
I know. True? Well, it appears to be.
Really?
The source of that one is
yes.
the Smithsonian Channel.
Oh, that's pretty decent. Just because they have a name on it doesn't make it.
Surely. I mean, I know Sandy's husband was U.S. Navy. Surely there must be listeners out there in the U.S. Navy who can confirm or deny whether it's actual reality or whether it's just mythology. Do the U.S. Navy still send out a Christmas
can't you just AI that before they take it away from us?
No. I want to hear from Human Eye.
Oh, fine.
So if you were in the U.S. Navy or can verify this idea that they are still on patrol and never officially removed from the active roster status and are sent a symbolic Christmas radio broadcast every year, get in the comments or send us a message by Flight Dinosaur.
By Flight Dinosaur. Yeah, there was one UB-65. What was the one that was attacked by sea serpents in the Irish Sea?
We're living on the shores of the Irish Sea. It's not one again.
I mean, all the cool stuff happens around here, Steve. You're in like the center of the world of paranormal.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it was the American ship, I believe it was American, that came up to it, and it was going to sink it. And then they saw it listing and everything else. And they came up there, and it surrendered. And they said they were fighting off a sea monster. They came up and wrapped the sides around the gun. They fired at it with because they had come up with if you don't know about submarines, during the nighttime they rise to the surface to reach.
They used to.
Yeah. We're talking World War. So they rise to the surface to vent and to charge the batteries. And what happened is they go there. Of course, they have to open the hatches. So accordingly, when this sea serpent attacked, and they finally drove it off with small arms fire, but it done more damage, and the sub was listing really, really quite a bit. So when the other ship came around, they surrendered to it. Without...
That wasn't UB-65.
No, that wasn't. It was somebody else.
I'll have a look at that one then, because I've got some books about the Irish Sea.
No, it wasn't UB-65, was it? Because we were just talking about
it. No, it wasn't UB-65.
Yeah,
Although UB-65 actually found itself was wrecked about about 60 miles, so the southern part of the Irish Sea, off the Fastnet Rock.
Yeah.
But really off the Irish coast, or closer to the Irish coast.
Yeah, I mean, if those submarines were, they were. There was actually a submarine that was sunk with the toilet because of the toilet malfunction. Did you know that?
I've read accounts of similar.
Mm-hmm.
Because obviously if it fills up with water from whatever source, it's not going to get up again.
No. Well, they do have some pumps aboard, but I guess it's not. I've got another one I talked to you about, but we're getting very close to the break, and this is a kind of, but so I won't talk about it. But yeah, I mean,
well, we can delve more into UB-65.
Yeah, I can check it out. Why, you have more information on it?
Oh, lots of more. This comes from the US Naval Institute.
Go ahead, go for it. Oh, I saw that article. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, because we're sitting on top of an ad break.
Oh, all right, carry on then.
And we have to have a sing song, don't we?
We do?
Yeah.
What's that sing song?
Well, we play it every week.
Oh, that song. Okay.
It's quite catchy. I'm getting quite sort of singing along with that now.
There we go. We could actually, maybe we would sing it one day. We'll do a live rendition of it. No, I don't think so. We'll lose.
Don't wait until the downloads.
Yeah, we'll lose the only 2 listeners we have. At least I know I would. That's for sure. I might be many things, but singer I am not.
No.
But yeah, I mean, it's fascinating. I mean, those guys that lived in those submarines. I mean, it was a horrid experience, and I picture all those men on the tin can with all the odors and smells and everything else that's going on in there. It's like, ugh, I can't even picture it.
Shoot me now.
Yeah. 100 of October. That was a good movie, wasn't it?
Yeah. Actually, some Russian submarines do have, are you ready for this? A swimming pool inside them.
What?
You heard me.
What?
Some of the larger Russian submarines have a swimming pool.
It's not like the ectoplasmic glasses, are they?
No, they have a recreational swimming pool inside of them.
How can you have a recreational swimming pool on it? It would add so much weight.
Well, ask the Russians because they do it.
All right, we got to take a break, anyways. I got to go Google that or something because I've heard a lot, but that's a lot. All right. Anyways, you're listening to Ghost Chronicles International, talking about swimming pools and Russian submarines because, as you know, we are number 7 in Russian submarines on the Apple search. So there we go. We just helped our genetics or whatever the hell they are. Yeah. Analytics. That's it. All right. So we'll be right back after the following breaks. We're brought to you by Circles of Wisdom. Also, the Grant Messier Law Group, and good friends on Ghost Chronicles Radio on Patreon. We'll be right back.
Do you have a paranormal event, book, or something else you want people to know about? Then why not advertise it on Ghost Chronicles Radio? With over 150,000 downloads a month, get your message out to an audience that's interested in the subject. We have a plan at a cost that fits your needs. For more information, contact Ron Kolick at anyghostproject@comcast.net or call 978-455-6678.
Shadow on the wall that looks like a man. Lord, that lamp just moved on that stand. I got movement in the cellars, I got footsteps in the hall. There's no time to waste, I better make some calls. I gotta get ready, make everything right, 'cause all my rowdy friends are ghost hunting tonight. Hey, round up the team, let's get started. Hey, this is Brother Mike. There's a party and you're invited. We got the camera set, let's turn off these lights, 'cause all my rowdy friends are ghost hunting tonight. This old house has a long history. It should be real, real good for activity. And we got the house wired for sound and got motion alarms setting all around. Got a box full of batteries ready to go, and everyone's itching to start this show. Got our logo tees, driving black SUVs, and that one bald guy with a slick goatee. Hey, round up the team. Let's get started. Hey, this is Brother Mike. Well, there's a party and you're invited. We got the camera set, let's turn off these lights, 'cause all my rowdy friends are ghost hunting tonight. Hey, round up the teams. Let's get started. Hey, this is your big brother Mike calling. There's a party and you're invited. We got the camera set, let's turn off these lights, 'cause all my rowdy friends are ghost hunting tonight. That's right. Go get 'em, boys!
Explore the seasons of the witch by way of magical spells and practices for each turn of the wheel of the year. Magic for All Seasons offers a fresh approach to a lifestyle that focuses on mind, body, and spirit in the nature-based way that our ancestors practiced throughout the ages. Starting with Samhain, author Marla Brooks, an experienced and long-time magical practitioner, explores the 8 Wiccan and pagan Sabbats that comprise the traditional wheel of the year, while incorporating original spells, recipes, incantations, meditations, and more that enhance the magic of each season. Oh, and be forewarned, this book is dedicated to Marla's great-grandmother Sophie, and a powerful witch she was. You'll run into her throughout the book. So don't be surprised if you feel someone looking over your shoulder. It's only Sophie, wanting to say hello.
And welcome back to the second half of the first half of tonight's 2 hours of Ghost Chronicles Chaos. This is the international, slightly less chaotic edition, with your hosts, Ron and Steve. And picking up on where we left off with our thread on Russian submarines.
Yes, dear.
The swimming pool inside is a real amenity found inside Soviet-era Typhoon-class nuclear submarines, which were the largest submarines ever built. The pool is small, about 2 meters deep, and was built next to an onboard sauna in order to let the crew members cool off. Designed for grueling 5 to 6 hour patrols under the Arctic ice, these massive submarines included a gymnasium, a theatre, a cinema, a relaxation area, and of course the pool to help maintain the crew's physical and mental health. The pool reportedly used untreated seawater, and because the massive sub travelled smoothly at deep depths, water sloshing about was kept to a minimum.
Wow. I mean, that's so cool. I mean, yeah. Huh.
You can go for a swim underwater.
Well, it's a long way from the World War II submarines that the Germans are in, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Swimming pool and gym.
Sounds
Probably
like
had they probably had a subway in there too.
probably a haunted one.
A self-cutting one.
Yeah.
All right,
So,
back to you, UB65.
well, right from the very beginning, it was accident prone. While she was still being built in Hamburg, a heavy girder fell, killing a workman and fatally injuring another. Then, during her preliminary engine trials, the carbon monoxide fumes from a faulty exhaust leaked into the engine room, killing another 3 men.
Lovely.
During her initial sea trials in the Baltic, a crewman was swept overboard, and obviously he died. They've never seen again. On her first dive trial, exhaust gases escaped into the boat while the diesel engines were shut down, almost asphyxiating the entire crew. The stench, apparently, conditions on board all German U-boats was considered to be bad.
Yeah, I think.
The stench of fuel oil, unwashed bodies, the
Oh yeah.
buildings, the single unsanitary toilet,
Yep.
and in bad weather, buckets half full of vomit from seasick sailors. Nice place.
You know, makes me want to sign up.
So anyway, after her sea trials had been completed, UB-65 was outfitted for active service. She was stocked with ammunition for the 4.2-inch gun and carried 10 20-inch torpedoes. Nobody knows quite why or what happened, but it was under the command of Lieutenant Scheller.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Sorry, no, captain, but the second in command, Lieutenant Scheller, was in command when one of the torpedoes exploded. The blast killed him and 4 ratings instantly. It is a lucky ship, this.
Yeah.
Several of the crewmen laden with boxes of stores were seriously injured because one of the inexperienced sailors had apparently shipped the detonator prematurely and somehow caused the 1-ton torpedo to hit the guide rails, and then went boom.
That'll leave a mark.
Yeah. So a few days later, whilst at the dockyard, workmen set about repairing the damaged structure caused by the torpedo explosion when a seaman rushed down from the casing and along the narrow passageway shouting, "Herr Capitan, up there, I have seen him. The engineer, he is on board." The captain tried to calm the terrified sailor, who continued to insist that the apparition was real. So the captain agreed to come on deck to see the apparition for himself, but he deliberately took his time. When he arrived in the open air, he notably found a steady and reliable man named Peterson cowering behind the conning tower. White-faced Peterson fully substantiated his shipmate's story. Reluctant to face the captain, he flatly stated in a low voice that the dead first officer had just walked up to the bow and stood in the bows with his arms folded, yet he was gone now. He vanished after a while, but he had been there. So they go out on the 10th of October 1917 from Bremerhaven on her first war cruise. She was assigned via the Kiel Canal to the Shetland area of the North Sea to keep an eye open for British submarines. That crew drew a blank, and it was fairly uneventful. The next sortie went out through the Dover Straits to the Bristol and St George's channels. So that's basically off Pembrokeshire. A Swedish bark succumbed to gunfire, while the torpedoes sank HMS Arbutus and 2 steamers, one British and one Norwegian. The men on UB-65 responded as expected, although the older hands who had been with the boat from the beginning were nervous. Their disquiet reached a climax on the evening of January 21st, so that would be 1918, when the submarine was on the surface 15 miles south of Portland Bill. The starboard lookout suddenly noticed a figure on the wooden deck close to the conning tower. He called out, thinking that his shipmate had inexplicably had been swept off the casing, when the figure turned to face him and he saw the dead watch officer looking back at him.
I'm going to interrupt a second because most people don't know that submarines did have wooden decks on them, the early ones.
Yeah.
That was
the crew to a man now dreaded going topside at night when the boat surfaced to recharge its batteries. The bridge watch must have been very inefficient. Nevertheless, they continued to on their patrol and sank or damaged 5 more vessels between February and May of 1918. Meanwhile, distressing incidents continued to plague the unhappy U-boat. On the patrol, a torpedo man, screaming that the dead officer was haunting him, leapt overboard and disappeared. A gunner was washed away and drowned a short while later. Then, back in the Dover Straits, depth charges caused the boat to heel over, and the coxswain struck his head on a bulkhead and was fatally injured. The following month, whilst in the Irish Sea, a bomb splinter killed one officer while he returned to the boat during he was on deck during an air raid. There are a number of discrepancies regarding dates, but the fact that they're saying that it may actually have been stories spread by British intelligence to try and unnerve the U-boat crew.
One thing I heard, Stephen, that during the war, a lot of the stately mansions were used by the government for offices, German offices, and they
microphones in the walls.
Microphones in the walls. So they picked up a lot of. That's where a lot of these stories came from. But that could be part of the urban legend as well.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Anyway, to continue, this is supposedly the sinking of UB-65 because they don't know what happened to it on this final patrol. So it leaves on the final patrol in July of 1918, and US submarine L2 was patrolling on the surface in the Irish Sea when her officer of the deck sighted something that looked like a buoy a mile or two away, or a buoy, as the Americans say. The commanding officer, Lieutenant Foster, altered course to investigate, but it only proceeded for 5 minutes when his boat shook from a violent explosion. A high column of water shot up 80 yards off the bow. When it fell back, the American L2 could see 6 feet of periscope sticking out of the water. Foster immediately dived his ship and maneuvered to ram what he thought was a U-boat. It was a desperate, dangerous measure, but he was too close to fire his torpedoes. After a few minutes, the listening apparatus reported not one but 2 submarines in the vicinity, one fast and very near, another slow and more distant. Some 20 minutes later, the faster contact went silent and was never heard again, but for another 20 minutes, what sounded to be another submarine, the presence of which has never been explained by post-war analysis of German operations, transmitted oscillator calls on Morse, which represented no known message. Foster concluded that the faster U-boat had sunk after struggling to keep up following the observed explosion. The submarine could obviously not blow its main ballast because the American submarine was close by. So it seems to be that the submarine actually exploded. There were 2 German submarines and an American submarine, and the German submarine, which is believed to be UB-65, which was in the area and then disappeared, and was probably the cause of the explosion.
Oh, there you go.
So the reason for the U-boat's loss will never be established with certainty, but U-boat veterans from World War I have their own theory. Many were convinced that UB-65 went to the bottom carrying a member of her complement who had been struck from the fatherland's list of officers, and his malevolent ghost was doomed to repeat in the dark world underwater the tragedy which had ended his own young life.
So sad.
And that's from the director of the Royal Navy Submarine Museum, and is recorded on the US Naval Institute's website.
Yeah, that was legitimate sites. So the one that was supposedly attacked by a sea launcher was UB-85. UB-85, but it seems it was sunk right off to Scotland. So it's on the other side. I apologize for that. It was, they described the beast. This is the captain. His name was Gunther. They're all Gunther. Gunther Kresch. That's Krech. He described the beast as having a small head with a horny skull, large glowing eyes, glistening teeth visible in the moonlight, which might explain the glowing eyes. The creature supposedly climbed onto the submarine, causing it to list. Though the crew fought it with gunfire, the beast had already damaged the sub deck plating, and so it couldn't submerge. And then when the British patrolled the HMS Coropus, Coreopsis, don't know that one, found them. The Germans surrendered without a fight. In 2016, engineers laying power cables for Scottish Power, they have power in Scottish, discovered a remarkable intact wreck of the U-boat off the coast of
Stranraer.
Thank you. There are no official records of a lot of this, so they charge it up to urban legend, but there are similar tales. Another SMU-28, after torpedoing the British steamer SS Liberian, a massive explosion blew a 20-meter long crocodile-like marine creature out of the water.
Well, I actually, I have a small collection of militaria.
You think?
And in amongst it is actually it's a big lump of it's big, and it's made of brass, and it's heavy. That came from UB-48, which ran aground in the Dover Straits, and then whilst it was aground, the Royal Navy turned up and sank it.
The United States was actually attacked by submarines. Most people don't know that. The Japanese attacked the West Coast. And then there was a German submarine, I believe it was First World War, attacked Cape Cod. They fired a couple of shots. And
you and I went up a very large tower, didn't we, on the New England coast, which was
yes, we did.
One of the functions of it, apart from possibly being haunted itself, was it was a coastal lookout station for German submarines.
There's quite a few of those.
I remember that visit.
Yeah, that was an interesting place. I mean,
it was in a lady's backyard.
Yeah, in the historical aspect. So,
Yeah, but it was a big, tall concrete structure with an observation deck, but it was located in that nice lady's backyard.
Yeah, but we built them where we had to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I remember the purpose was to watch out for, amongst other things, German U-boats coming along the coast.
yeah, also planes. They were spotters as well.
Yeah. In case the Germans were going to drop off spies by submarine.
Yeah, which had happened. Actually, really happened. Yeah, there's a famous one, one in New York, which I don't recall offhand all the circumstances on it, but he was actually turned in by his own operative. But anyway, so there's one more I wanted to mention, and that is UB416. And this, if you ever had an urban legend, this sounds like it. It was the career. Oh gosh, I have to go through the whole list of this, but there was a one of the bases. I forget where exactly was, of course, because it's a video. And it's to operate in see these vessels featured. Okay, but anyways, the commander of this place. I mean, he lost almost half his ships, not to British fire or anything, or American fire, but through their own inability to operate. I mean, the crews were younger and not trained and well and everything else. This is the story. So I think his name was Schnell or something like that, and so anyways, one ship was sent out, and almost immediately they got a buoy. You know, one of they send up. If you don't know, they send up these buoys that contain actually a wire that is connected to the submarine where they can connect up a phone and actually talk to the submarine. I forget what they're called, but that's what they are. So the captain was so upset with losing so many submarines that he went out with the salvage crews, and he got out there and picked up the phone and talked to the captain of the submarine, and said, we're not going to help you. You get yourself up here, that's it. And then he yanked the phone out and threw it in the water. And I guess the next day they went back there. They never came back, and they raised it, and all the men aboard were killed. So this is the story.
Famous British submarine that sank twice.
Well, let me finish this one.
First time with.
Go ahead.
Okay.
So, anyways, the story is there was a new crew they were supposed to come in, and nobody wanted to go back in because the entire crew, the captain had really killed them. So that night before they were supposed to go out, the submarine slipped its mooring and was leaving the dock. They fired actually at it, and it left the harbor, and they sent salvage boats after it, and because it had sank almost in the same spot where it had sunk before. And eventually, when they raised it, the only person on board was the commander of the base in his pajamas. So, all right.
Well,
got a quick one?
Whilst you were talking, I heard a sonar ping.
Yep.
Which I'm guessing is the sonar ping from the Russian submarine that's telling us that the pizzas are here.
They are. But what about the submarine that sank twice?
For those that want to find out the story, look up HMS Thetis, Thetis. It sunk in the Irish Sea in 1939 on its first trip, killing all on board, including the grandfather of a close friend of mine. They then got it back up, took it back to the shipyard, sorted out the mess from the sinking, renamed it Thunderbolt, sent it off, and it was sunk in the Mediterranean in 1943.
Jeez Louise. Talk about bad luck. It's almost as bad luck as was that giant I think it was Norwegian or Swedish warship that they built, and when they christened it, it rolled over and sank with everybody aboard.
Oh,
yeah, they actually recovered that ship, which is pretty cool. All right, we do have to go. Well, so we hope you've enjoyed the Russian submarine edition of Ghost Chronicles International, and
And the Subway edition.
Yeah, subway, sub edition, right? Hey,
Yeah.
maybe we'll get high in Subway searches too.
Send us a self-cutting sandwich.
Yes, please. Send us anything. We'll eat anything. No, we won't, but almost anything. All right, so we got to go. We want to thank everyone for listening. Good night. God bless, and stay safe. And go to Circles of Wisdom. They have a 75% off sale going on, so that's kind of a good deal. Good night. God bless. Stay safe.
Good night. You buy all those copies of Cal's old book.
No, those are all gone.
Finally,
I gave them away.
I thought Circles had a few.
No, I don't doubt it. It's like Richard's books. Gave those away too. There's prizes at some of the events.
Useful for kindling.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that was interesting. I like.
Have you given away any copies of Ghostology?
I have a couple of those I kept.
Good.
From ghoulies to ghosties, long-leggedy beasties, and things that go bump in the night. Deliver us, good Lord.